Hey folks, so we're gonna try to go live as much as possible while we're out here. I don't know how well the internet will actually be, but we're out here in Newport Richey. We are currently looking for Ruth Cecala, 75-year-old missing woman. She disappeared December 15th and hasn't been heard of since. So we are just out looking for her here in Newport Richey, Florida. I believe it's Pasco County we might be in right now. Pasco County. Again, we're on the hunt for this lady. She looks more like this now. That right there was her driver's license photo. We had an opportunity to speak with her daughter. Her daughter's actually leaving today to go back to New Jersey, and she was able to fill us in on some information related to Ruth. And apparently, Ruth is, she survived cancer, 2017, 2018, and then she ended up going into a deep, deep depression. And so she was just on new depression medication that she had started 2 weeks previous before she disappeared. And long story short, she told her family that she was going to a park. This is the nearest park. We're at the park now. Oops, my flyer just ran. The one doesn't take it. It's hard to keep a hold of these things. My ankle's bothering me for some reason today. But we're going out here and going off the beaten path and seeing if she wandered off. She got disoriented. But it sounds like she had highs and lows, maybe manic depression. It possibly, I'm not sure. However, she's missing, and she's been missing for more than 10 days. Jonathan Lee Riches was out here. Now, this is not, this is, we could be, wandering upon snakes and all kinds of stuff, But we're looking, last she was seen, she was wearing a gray cap, gray capris, white pants, white top, and sandals. I don't know what color her sandals were. So we are out here in the nearest park, and there's a lot of, again, we're going to be going in all this. We're searching for her. We don't know what happened. She told her family that she was going to go to the park, and if she had the energy, she was going to walk downtown. She left her wallet and her keys and everything at the house. So she has no phone, no wallet, no keys. We asked her daughter, she thought she may have succumbed to maybe some injuries. Her daughter says she still feels her mom. So she believes her mom is okay and alive, but she just doesn't know where she's at. This is not the first time her mother has disappeared. Got all these vines. It's not easy. This job is not easy, folks. Not easy at all. So we're back here. We're looking for her. We're hoping she's okay. Her daughter seems to think she's okay. But this is the longest she's been away from the home. And it's easy to get lost back here. I mean, this is what you're looking at. It's easy to get lost back here. This reminds me of the hunt for Brian Laundrie. This reminds me for the hunt for Kathleen Moore's body. This reminds me of so many cases coming back into woods. And you know what? They usually are back here somewhere. So far. Oh, sorry. Like there's even holes in the ground. Like somebody could have really hurt themselves, walking back here. Never mind the snakes and everything else. I could be back here. I just hope I remember how to get the hell out of here. Otherwise, they're going to be searching for me. Oof. This is what we do, folks. This is what we do. I'm going to have to remove my keys from. Sorry. So much shit. Look at that. Like I'm being I don't know if you guys can see that, but like I got branches holding me in. Spider webs. Oh, I'd rather deal with spider webs any day than freaking snakes, but hey, it's part of the job. So far, we haven't found hide nor hair of her. You guys like this channel, please like, subscribe, and share me. Don't keep me a secret. We're going to be coming to you guys live in these situations whenever we can. Sometimes the internet works. Sometimes it just doesn't. Right now, I'm doing pretty good with the internet. Again, for those that are just joining us, we're on the search for Ruth Cecala. She's 75 years old. She was last seen at Pinecrest Drive, Louisiana Avenue in Newport Richey, Florida. She's been missing since December 15th. The last time she spoke to her family, she said she was going out, going up to the park. She had been, she's a introvert, so to speak, so she stays home. She doesn't go out. Her daughter indicated that it was the COVID situation that really made her depressed, you know, where she couldn't go out and, you know, be with friends and family. Now I'm stuck back here. And, oh, Lord. Ow, ow, ow. And she was on new medication, new depression medication that she was just getting started with. And left the house and never came back. She never made it back home. Her daughter feels that she's okay, that she's just lost somewhere. But, you know, my biggest concern is she has no cash. But a peculiar thing happened. You know, while we were sitting there talking, let me see if there's a path of least resistance. This is killing me. Have crap all over me, have bugs all over me. Part of the freaking job. I get it. Lord have mercy. I think I got it. Lord have mercy. Whew. All right, I made it to another path. She's not back there, so we just went through all that dense brush there looking for her. I'm on this path now. The family has already been back here. They've already looked on the path. My paperwork is getting wrinkly. For those who are just tuning in, we're on the search for Ruth Cecala. She disappeared December 15th. Again, she walked out of her home, told her family, left her wallet, her keys, everything behind, went out the back door, and was never seen or heard from again. So we are at the nearest park to her home, since that's where she said she was going. She was going to a park, and if she had energy, she would be going downtown. The dogs were out there, helicopters were out there. They have the scent was lost at the road, so it's possible that somebody may have picked her up, given her a ride somewhere. We're not sure. Looks like I'm creeping up on somebody's home, so I don't want to do that. Or it's the, you know, whoever maintains this property, this preserve out here. Anyways, folks, I hope everybody's doing great today. I'm not even, let me go to my comments. Wow, I almost got 100 comments. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Looks like Jonathan's already playing some stuff too. I have the interview with her daughter, but I can't play it because I'm on my cell phone and it makes it difficult to share the screen. But we are out here in the woods and in the preserve trying to find this beautiful, you know, lady that has a family that loves her, and she has gone missing. She wasn't here for Christmas. You know, it's perplexing. We don't know what happened to her. But we're now searching the park, which is more of a preserve. Out here, I go off the path because I'm pretty sure everybody has, searched the path. So we need to get out here in the brush where the icky stuff lives, the wildlife and snakes and the spiders and the weird plants that give you rashes and stuff like that, just to see if she may have gotten disoriented from her medication or had a heart attack. I mean, we don't know. We don't believe foul play is involved in this case at all. We believe something else happened. We don't feel that anything nefarious has happened. She's just missing, and we want to find her. We're hoping to find her safe. But we just don't know. She's a smaller lady, about 5'11", so she's shorter. She's 75. I want to say she's 175 pounds. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I can't remember. But this is what she looks like. If anybody's in the Newport Richey area and wants to come out and help us look for this lady, the more the merrier. We could use all hands on deck. So far, we're way back here. We're off the beaten path. Jonathan and another searcher is in a different area searching. I kind of got separated from them when I went live. I wasn't paying attention to where they went. So now I'm back here kind of by myself. So I'm kind of glad I got internet. So if anything happens to me, you guys can call. But I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know where to send help to. But there's definitely pockets of area here that's cool, that somebody would want to get to. I'm primarily looking for the lake, even though the lady was depressed and had been fighting depression for several years. Her family doesn't believe she would have, she was coming out to commit suicide or anything like that. So that's promising. That's real promising. We like those odds. We like to hear that there's a potential, there's a possibility of us finding her and locating her alive. That's at the end of the day, when we come out here to do these things, that is the best outcome that we can receive. That is absolutely the best outcome that we can receive. And we want to receive that. We want to be able to find these people. We want to be able to return them home, even if they're a little bruised up, a little weak, malnutritioned, whatever. As long as they arrive alive, that's a good day for us. That is a good day for us. And so I also, had another theory that it's possible, she's an older lady, her daughter described her as being able to sell, because I said, how would she, be able to how would she be able to take care of herself without any money? And she basically told me her mom can sell ice to an Eskimo, so her mom would be able to, has no problem getting stuff free if need be. So that's promising too. It's promising. I mean, she's probably feeding herself, taking care of herself, hopefully bathing. We just need to locate her. If she's out here, she might be injured and in need of medical attention. And it's already been 10 days. So she would be in grave danger if she's out here all alone. And why we're out here helping. So I probably need to find out where Jonathan is and make sure I don't get too far from the search team as I talk to you guys, which I feel like I'm on the other side of the freaking park by now, as much walking as I've done. And there's a lot of little fingers, off this trail that you can go down. But I'm thinking if she did want to come here to the park, I mean, as a woman, I love beauty. I love water. I love streams. I love, things that just look pretty. And pretty to me is a water view, this whole hiking in these in this rough terrain, not so much my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? As a woman, that's just coming out to see what's what. But we've got a lot of different trails that lead a lot of different ways. So we're out here just trying to lend the family some help. But anyways, getting back to the search dogs, they went to the road and lost the scent. So it makes me wonder if maybe a good Samaritan, maybe she was on the road and she flagged somebody down and said, hey, would you take me over here? Maybe they did drive her further away from the house than we anticipated. And she might be, downtown at a homeless shelter for all we know. But her daughter is adamant that she feels that she's still alive, that she hasn't met her demise. And that's what's keeping us going right now. That's what's keeping us going. But it's not stopping us from, looking in these pockets back here in this wilderness. We got a lot of dense brush that we have to walk through. This stuff is scary, because this is hibernation areas right here for rattlesnakes and other poisonous snakes, and we got to get out here and go through it. I need to get some snake boots. Maybe I need to add it to my wish list. Oh my goodness. I can't remember the park. Give me a second. I took a picture of it. James E. Gray Preserve. So we're in James E. Gray Preserve. James E. Gray Preserve. Grey. James E. Gray Preserve. That's where we're looking. This is right around the corner from her house where she went missing. And she was on Pinecrest Drive and Louisiana Avenue. That's where the neighbors last saw her. So let me get on this trail and get back with the crew so we can do a more coordinated search. They wanted to go look at something. I did find, it gave me a lot of people hear me say EBGBs. I say that a lot and I apologize. But, when we were dealing with Kathleen Moore and Colin Knapp, we were looking for the turkey buzzards and stuff like that for her remains. And there was none of that. But what we did see was 3 black crows on the top of Colin's house. And I didn't think anything of it until, and maybe it wasn't his house, it might have been the neighbor's house. I can't recall, but I remember seeing the 3 black crows. Well, as we were coming around the corner, there was this dilapidated home. And in that dilapidated home, on top of the roof, there was 2 to 3 of these black crows. So I told Jonathan I'd really like to go back to that home and knock on the door, see if somebody lives there. I mean, sometimes you can't tell whether somebody lives at this home or if this home's like foreclosure and, nobody's lived there for a while. I can't tell. So we're going to have to go knock on that door and see if they'll be willing to allow us just to poke our noses around. We want to make sure that we let them know why we're there, and we're not law enforcement. And of course, we always, when we're out on cases, we always have our press credentials because they protect us to do certain things. So we always have our press credentials on. And as you guys know, the only press I do is here on Bullhorn Betty. So I'm an independent. I went from a citizen journalist, so to speak, to an investigative journalist. And we're out here investigating and searching. And, people, even the daughter warmed up to us fairly quickly. She kept asking where we were. She saw media and press all over us. And we're like, that's just to protect us. Because we have different constitutional rights by having this badge on. And it allows us to do a little more. So anyways, how's everybody doing while I'm walking here? Have to take a phone call. Okay, I see you. That's fine. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Besides that, I've been drinking those Starbucks peppermint mocha coffees. So I think I had over 1,100 calories just yesterday in peppermint mocha Starbucks coffees. So, oh, yay. Yeah, I hope you got the right one because I put both of the logos on. I didn't even see the poll I just ended up putting them up on the shop, and then I realized everybody liked the more sleek coffee club one. And so I think I might remove the other ones. But I'm glad to hear that I got to order mine too. When I get back, I'm gonna be sure to order mine so we can all have our cup of joe in the morning. I'm sorry I was gonna come live with you guys this morning, but Molly was already on her live, so I went ahead and jumped on her live to discuss it. Oh, and that brings me to another thing, guys. Many of you guys know that I interviewed Don Wells, right? I interviewed Don Wells on Molly Go Lightly. He called her to tell her about this Dudley, John. And so we reached out to his wife. We reached out to Dudley's wife, and I worked with her all day yesterday to try to get her husband to speak to me. He finally called me last night at 9 o'clock at night. I took his phone call, and guess what, folks? He's going to go live with us this evening. I'm not sure what time yet, but he is going to give his side of the story. He wants to clear the air. He wants to clear his name. He's been cleared by the FBI. He's been cleared by TBI. And he is so sick and tired of Don constantly bringing him up. And he wants to clear the air. It's going to be a tell-all interview. A tell-all interview, folks. This is what we need. This is a gentleman that worked side by side with Don Wells. We've already got a great lineup of questions. Marissa, aka Molly Go Lightly, has agreed to come on the panel tonight. So we are going to have an exclusive with Dudley John. I just got to get him the time and coordinate that, and then we'll get that out to all of you. But you guys have got to watch this. This is going to be an amazing interview. I think it's going to be very impactful. Where the hell did I go? Lord have mercy, I'm already lost. Guys, you guys are going to need to send the search team for me. I need a search team. It means I got to go this way. We're good. We're good, folks. Yes, it's going to be very interesting. So once I got to get back to Jonathan and let him know where I've searched. He's probably freaking out because I got away from the team. We have a search crew out here. And it's not good when you kind of go away from the team, but they turned a corner and I didn't see where they went. And I said, I was trying to set up this live so I could bring it to you. And then boom, everybody was gone and I was all by myself. Not a good thing when you're in a search team. But since I was already live, I figured I might as well take you into one of our searches, how we search, what we search. I mean, this stuff's not easy, folks. This stuff's not easy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Judy. We love you. We love you. But again, you know, the stuff, people think that we sit inside in the comfort of our homes commentating on these cases. And that's just not the case. You know, we get out here, we get our shoes on. We don't care if it's something that where we can help. You know, you got to remember our team can get up and go anytime. Olivia has no children. I have no children. Jonathan Riches has no children. You know, outside of a couple animals the team has. Marissa, she's the only one with children, but she's got, you know, Precious, and she's got her husband, and her son's older, so he can take care of himself. So literally, we can get out on the fly. We can get a phone call and say, hey, we need you guys coordinated at this place at this time, and we can get out there and get it done. And in this case, we got a few people to come out here and meet us. And for those that are just joining, I know I got almost 300. We're out here looking for Ruth Cecala. And we're just trying to find out her location. We talked to her daughter this morning. Her daughter, Stacy, she believes that her mom's still alive. Her mom has disappeared previously, but only for 2 days. I think this is the longest her mom's been gone for. They're worried, but they feel she's okay. So we just need to locate her mom. We need to find her. She's been suffering from some depression for the last couple years after, you know, recovering fully recovering, full remission of cancer. Full remission of cancer. And then this depression hit, and her mom excuse me, her daughter believes it had to do with the COVID and her not being able to get out of the house and not being able to do anything. That's when the depression set in. And you know what, we found that out. I mean, I haven't talked about this too much, but my best friend's granddaughter, you know, when they decided to stay home and do that online schooling, it put her in a really bad depression, so much so that she tried to commit suicide. So I understand this whole isolation chamber environment that, you know, the government thinks is healthy for us has been detrimental for many people. And Ruth is a victim of that. She's a victim of the isolation. And it caused a great deal of problems in her life. And so much so that she is now lost. Her daughter doesn't believe she has, you know, Alzheimer's or anything like that. But she does believe she says that, you know, she's down. So I'm thinking it's almost like manic depression, the way it was described to me. So she's down for, you know, 2 years. And then boom, when she's ready, she just goes and she's just bouncing off the walls. Boom, 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 boom. And so they believe that she's just got out of the house and footloose and fancy free and all this other stuff. And I still can't find the team. So probably not a good idea to have traveled so far away from the team. So I have no idea where they went. Oh, it looks like they're knocking doors. I see them now. Let me get up to the team. Looks like they were knocking some neighbors' doors, talking to some neighbors. I see them across the street from them. At least I did. Let's go back and see what we can find. Hey! Okay, we found them. We got the team. So let's go find out what they've learned. Looks like they were doing some knocking. I went back in the woods, woods. Yeah. Hold on. I'm live. You might as well tell everybody.
You know, because there's a goat farm up there, a lot of turtles up there in the brush.
Are you in the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna retrace the steps. We're gonna walk back to her house, which I think is about a quarter mile away, down along the fence line, up to Pinecrest in Louisiana, and trying to retrace the steps and try to maybe see the yards. Remember the crows and the birds that we saw?
I was telling them about that.
We'll do that.
Oh, and if you would like to introduce yourself, this is my crew.
Hi. Just here to help. I'm Vanessa.
Oh, she's even got a machete. She's ready.
I go on YouTube by Caribbean Kool-Aid. I watch
Caribbean Kool-Aid is her handle on YouTube. Caribbean Kool-Aid. Yeah. So again, for those that are just getting in, we're looking for Ruth. We've got a crew. You guys were just with me going into the thick brush. And now we're going to be retracing her steps. If she came this way. There is, just to clarify for those folks that are just joining in.
And I will say that we talked to Newport Richey City Park Manager. I came in his truck. You know, I showed him a flyer. I hadn't seen her. He knows about it. But he said he has to take he said, you're wasting your time in the park, because he has to take down the flyers that are posted. He said, no flyers of missing people, animals, or nothing. He said, I'm sorry. And I said, what do you mean wasting our time? Are we wasting our time looking for her or wasting our time putting flyers? He said, flyers. He was apologizing, but he has to take down the flyers. So there's the camera. Ring.
So we have, this is...
He said that this is owned by the sheriff or a police officer.
Yeah, and that is true. And the park, that's where I was just at. The park where I was in the brush, it wraps right around to this property.
So what happens in Pasco County, Florida, is all the county parks always have a officer or sheriff house, modular home,
Mhm.
parked on the property, and they maintain it or they watch it or whatever like
Right.
that. All of them have.
Gotcha. So we have, it is a little depressing that the county does not have any,
Stuff like this.
yeah, we got missing persons flyers it's outside of the park. So they are able to keep those up. But as you can see, we got a fence here. So if she was to get in here, she would have to walk. I mean, I don't see a 75-year-old woman scaling this fence.
140 pounds.
Oh, it's 140 pounds. I thought she was 175.
Look, even to me, I mean, how are you gonna climb? Like, look,
Yeah.
like, you're not gonna climb the fence. Come over. So if she was gonna come into this preserve, she's gonna have to go through one entrance. Now we're gonna go down to her house and see if there's any openings or any trails. You know, sometimes locals have these little shortcuts that they make.
Right.
So we're gonna check it out. But it looks like this whole area is fenced.
So for those folks, that's Jonathan Lee Riches out here and Caribbean. What was her name? Caribbean Kool-Aid. Caribbean Kool-Aid. She must be a rum drinker. Do you like rum? Okay. Well, I was gonna say Caribbean Kool-Aid. I'm thinking you're a rum drinker. That too. We love our rum. Bullhorn Betty loves her rum. I love my rum and I love my margaritas, but I don't drink in excess. Never drink in excess. Well, once in a while. You never know. New Year's is coming up. So we've got, so this neighborhood has been peppered with some missing person flyers.
Daughter that we spoke to was very receptive. Here's the difference between the Wells. I can't see.
Okay.
Here's the difference between, you know, Summer Wells and Colin Knapp and other and laundries. You know, when they got something to hide, they're like, get off the property, get out of here. We already talked to the police, get out of here. But today, when we went to Ruth's daughter's house,
Stacy.
come on in.
Brought us right in.
You know, thank you for helping and everything like that. When you have nothing to hide, you're welcomed. You're welcome. They'll welcome you in. They want help. They want help to solve things.
And
when you got something to hide, you're combative and you're defensive and you're saying,
calling the law for people for stepping on your property. Does that sound familiar to those folks? You call the law for people stepping on your property to search for your loved one. Think about that. The most recently, that sounds familiar to what? Maybe Candace Wells? That sounds very indicative of what Candace Wells just did. And not only that, but it's flimsy. It's not really like some fences are I don't know if you guys can see this, but some fences are stiff. This one's almost to prevent people from climbing over. It's not, it's very flexible. It's a flexible fence. It's not something that's stiff and hard that you can just step your foot in there and throw your leg over. Yeah, you guys are going to have to answer your own questions. I'm not even following the comments. I apologize. It's because we're out here in the sun. And quite frankly, I can't even hardly see what's being written. So I'm just going to be describing what we're going through, showing you. So we have this steep embankment. We're just going to follow this to see if there's any little area that she might have been able to get into in here.
The scent goes to a certain area and then it goes away. Her scent. Ruth's scent went from the back of her house all the way up to a block from her house, and then the police tracked the scent down, and it came to Louisiana and Pinecrest, and it just vanished right on the road. Her scent just vanished. Was she picked up? Did she get an Uber? Did somebody snatch her? You know, the daughter doesn't suspect foul play, though. And I don't suspect foul play either. I just think this woman here, Ruth, her life mattered. I think she got lost. And again, like I told you folks, we are actually out here hoping to find her. We believe that she is alive. We're not looking for somebody that is deceased. She's been gone for, you know, multiple days, over 2 weeks. That in and of itself is a little concerning for us and the team. But for the most part, we feel that, you know, she is surviving somehow, even without her driver's license. Oh, this is the other thing that was a little weird about it. Oh, good. I love hearing that.
What do we have?
You're gonna have to jump over this.
Oh,
Muddy.
we gotta go through mud, guys. Oh, she's better than me. I got a bum ankle, but we'll.
It's just muddy.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it's very unlikely that
Yeah, we don't think that she made it through this canal. I mean, to get up to try to climb that fence, that's really not. We always talk about possible and probable. You know, anything's possible, but is it probable? And it's probably not. But this is a nice little community, you know. I mean, she lives in a 55 plus mobile home park. It seems like it's a very clean place. I mean, it's not run down. I don't feel scared here. I don't feel like somebody would, you know, if I was walking alone down this road, I don't feel like something would happen to me. I feel safe here. You know, I feel very safe. I do feel that if a neighbor saw me walking and, you know, maybe saw me in a little distress, they would be, you know, willing to pick me up and take me where I need to go. And that could be very telling, you know, especially with the tracing dogs, the scent dogs losing the scent. So we're in Newport Richey. We were at Gray Preserve, James E. Gray Preserve. I have to remember that name because I'm not familiar. I came in from Manatee County. This is, I believe, is this Pasco County or Pinellas? Pasco County. So we're in Pasco County right now. I don't even know where I'm at. Thank goodness I didn't get lost too far in those woods, huh? We wouldn't even know where to begin to find me. So we're just looking in canals, making sure she didn't hurt herself. You know, trip. I don't know how many of you guys were with me, but there is holes. You know, when you're walking back there in that preserve, that James E. Gray Preserve, you know, I stepped over a hole that could have, you know, took my whole foot and broke my ankle. And, you know, I could have been down on the ground in agony and in pain back there in the woods. So
There's a fence back there.
yeah.
I can see her in back of people's yards.
But you know what? There's the mobile home.
Well, it's one more block over.
Yeah.
But there's the mobile. Hold on just one second. I just want to see something. Is it completely fenced? Okay, it's completely cornered fenced.
Yeah, she's not going through that.
No, she's not going to go through that track. No. I don't. Yeah, no. So, for those that want to make a difference in your community, this is how you do it. You find a case, you get a party together, you start using your common sense, you start logically planning and back tracing steps, and you yourself can go and affect change in your own community by participating in things like this. Again, we're out here looking for Ruth Cecala, 75-year-old woman that went missing December 15th. She's 5'11" and 140 pounds. Huh? 4'11" rather, not 5. Did I say 5'11"? 4'11". She's short. I remember saying that to you guys earlier. Short. 4'11", 140 pounds. So she is short. And then she's shorter than me. So that means she would be kind of my build, but a little shorter, maybe just a little bit fluffier because she's shorter. So, but this is a nice community. This is not a community that you feel, you know, in danger in. So it's giving us hope, folks. And in our business, that's far to come from.
How are we doing?
Hard to come by. So we're just very thankful that it is a safe community, and I don't feel that any bad things would happen to this lady. I think she just wandered off. And she needs help coming home. So everybody say a prayer for her family. Oh, and getting back to the driver's license. So a peculiar thing happened. Sorry, guys, I can't see you. The sun's in my way now. So the peculiar thing happened. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting the wish list and promoting it. I'm hoping the address thing is fixed. If you guys are trying to send me stuff and it's not allowing you to because it's not allowing you to pick an address, please let me know, because some of those things were in dire need of, like latex gloves and waiter gear. the cameras, the spy cameras, we need those for our bodies. It makes it a lot easier than trying to, use these cell phones in people's faces. We'll be able to get them to relax a little bit and open up to us with those items. I really think they'll really bring a lot of stuff to you guys, a lot more than we're getting. If your sound is off, it's not me. I'm not muted. My mic's working, my camera's working. They say check sheds and cars if we can. Oh, then it's probably my internet. It's probably my internet because we're out here walking, so I might have some. Oh, thank you, Misty. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for all your love and support. Well, hopefully the sound will get better. I don't know if it's going to get better. Remember, we are live and we are walking. Oh, that's a neat little property. This is the community that she lives in. She lives in a 55+ community. Yeah, this is a budding it, but you feel safe here. Is what I'm conveying. Is that it's a safe. Yeah, we would have no problem being out here walking alone. I don't feel that feeling that we get, like, say, with Summer Wells, Oh, we have a flamingo. Oh, the swan. A swan boat. That's kind of neat. Well, since we're already back here, you might as well check it, make sure nobody's in it. No. So that's kind of neat. You have a little place. We just want to find out. This would be a serene place that I would. Fell in the water. Yeah. She fell in the water and submerged. If she did and she did succumb to it, she'd be up above the water at this point. She would be up above the water. She may have fallen in and sunk, yes, but at this point she'd be above the water. So. Well, she doesn't really have Alzheimer's, Jessie. She was suffering from depression. She's clear as a bell. It's just her family says that she goes through bouts of almost like manic depression. So has really, really low lows for quite a while. And then when she gets the wind under her wings and she's feeling good, she just goes, and she goes for days. She's wired for days. And so this may be, again, this is probably the longest time she has been away from her family. She has disappeared once before, but it was only for 2 days. And it was in Fort Lauderdale. So, yeah, we hope Mike blocked. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're getting further and further away. I see my reception's getting bad. My reception is getting bad. So you guys we're getting up around the corner to the location where she was last, or scent was last. So we're getting up to the location where her scent was last picked up at by the police and search dogs. Hopefully my internet gets a little better as we get closer. The answer is no. There's hardly any media attention on this woman's case. It's sad. It's another sad case. Yeah, that's got a pocket, but I think we would see a bubble. I'm with a girl that's got a machete. We'll be fine. We will be fine. That doesn't look like she's back here either. And again, she was wearing a gray hat, white top, gray capris, and sandals. Well, you just cleared it out for me. No spider web for me. On the hunt. Oh, you guys are welcome. This is what we do. This is this is one of the better cases for us because we do believe we're going to find her alive. She's somewhere. She's just lost. We need to help bring her home to her family. Family went Christmas without her. So it's a sad story, but I really feel good about this one. This one, I think we're going to have a positive ending to. Let's hope and pray that we do. Unlike many of our cases where we're already dealing with missing people that we believe are truly not coming home, this is one that we actually have a gut feeling that will have a positive ending to it. So that's what we love to hear, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but we want to be. So here's Louisiana, and Pinecrest is right there. That's where the mobile homes start, and it's a nice, clean mobile home park. Again, this is not.
Sign there. She has to come this way.
Yeah.
She has to go down the road we just came
So.
to get to the preserve. If she was walking in a park, it only takes a good 10 minutes to walk to the park. About 10 minutes, and then in between the houses, you see numerous fences.
Yeah. Are you guys still hearing me okay, or am I still mumbled? Am I mumbled? All right, so I'm going to be at the exact spot in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail of exactly where the scent was last picked up, where the last place that people saw her. Yep, it's right here at this intersection. Pinecrest. Yeah, Pinecrest in Louisiana, right here. This is where. So she came out of her. Yeah, so she came out behind. So she came out. If you guys can see me, she came out from behind. I'll try to watch. I can't turn my camera around, so we got to try to watch JLR. So she came through there. He's going to kind of mimic her steps. I hope you guys can see him. I apologize if you can't. I'm going to kind of walk behind him so we can keep an eye on him. Make sure that he's in the. Is he in here? Can't tell. I'm sorry, guys. It's too bright out here. Lagoon.
She lives at the end of the road. I think it's like 5
Yeah, she lives all the way down there, so she came through here.
Her daughter said she came through the back of her house and started walking all the way up here, and they detected the scent coming all the way to here to Pinecrest, Louisiana, right here, but it stopped at the road. So it is possible that somebody, a good Samaritan, picked her up and didn't realize she was discombobulated or whatever, and took her where she asked to be taken. Without her phone, arranging for a pickup.
She doesn't have a cell phone.
That's what I'm saying. So just imagine you just walking right now.
Yeah, but if you came here and you saw somebody you knew and just said, and she's an old lady, and hey, would you be willing to pick me up? Somebody like that right there, and her saying, I'm lost. Do you mind giving me a ride to what was the other park? Sims Park? Oh, it's over there.
Yeah, I also wanted to go up there, end up there, but I do want to go down here, down to the bottom here. Maybe if you walk this way.
And we got some people out here, so we're gonna ask them. I'm sure they know. I got stickers like literally all over me. Like my clothes are just covered in these things.
Again, you have fencing here. That's unlikely that you would go over the fence.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, we got fencing here, and it's shorter fencing, and it's more secure. See, this bar is what makes it secure. The other one was very flimsy. You're not getting over the other fence at all. It's not happening. It was very flimsy, probably in an effort to prevent people from crossing over. We are still looking over the fences. We're looking in people's backyards, anything that could, somebody could hurt themselves on. We're taking a look, see. Yeah. They haven't found her yet.
I thought they still.
No. We talked to her daughter this morning.
So she was apparently last seen going through, I guess, parts there.
Yeah.
Right up there.
Security cameras?
We don't know. I know a couple of my neighbors do. Yeah, we're just trying to. We've been looking too. Yeah, yeah, we've been. Yeah.
Is it down there? Is there a way to get into the preserve from there? Down over?
You can get in there. Yeah, I don't know where the water actually goes. How far it's back.
Yeah.
I bet you she wound up in the preserve.
That's what we were just, I was out there.
Well, if you guys go back there, you can see when you look to the right.
Uh-huh.
Somebody's got like a little cottage over there, you know, and they've all set it up on their property, just off of. But it looks really cute, you know, and there's a little bridge to cross to get over the preserve. She could have gone anywhere like that. Jesus.
Okay. Let's go take that.
But yeah,
That's good. Let me ask you, I mean, we walk this neighborhood, we feel very safe. I mean, this, you know, I have no problem.
In my opinion, I've been here since 2016. I was a journalist in California.
Hey, I'm a
before I
journalist.
retired.
Yeah.
And I was actually an assignment editor.
Oh, no.
So I've never felt safer in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know?
It seems really nice.
Fear of a foul play or something.
Yeah, we're just,
My gut's not telling me that.
Yeah.
I get it, she wandered away.
yeah. Okay, good.
Probably got into the situation and could get out of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, her daughter says she still feels her presence, so it's giving us positive hope. So, you know, that's a good thing. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she could have done a lot of stuff. So, you know, we just take a look, see. We don't want to. Oh, it's kind of cute.
The majority of people in society are very cooperative.
Right.
They're very welcoming. They're encouraging us to good luck.
Yeah.
You know, it's when people in life, like the Wells and like the Laundries, that you know are so mean and hostile. Get out of here. We got nothing to say. We don't know nothing. What do you mean? Just help.
Yeah.
And they don't do it. And that's when you got something to hide. You have a guilty conscience when you act.
Yeah.
And behave
And
that
we
way.
see that. That's why people don't understand.
I have no children, right? I have no children. But if I did and my child went missing, I would say, police, tear my house apart. Tear anything I can do to help here.
Yeah.
Go through my yard. Go through my social media account. Go through my do anything. Anything.
Right.
It's not intrusive to me. It's
No.
your own flesh and
If
blood.
it was a child, even if somebody had some drugs in their house, I'd be saying, here, take these drugs, just find them. This is the worst thing that's happened in this home. You know, but we would never want to impede law enforcement. You know, people that have nothing to hide would not be impeding law enforcement. When you have truly a loved one that's missing, or something has happened, you want to make sure that you do everything you can to help them. So this just goes to show you, you know, when we went over, just to recap for the new people that are here, we are, you know, out here searching for Ruth Cecala. She's a 75-year-old woman that went for a walk and never came home on December 15th. We are just out here looking for any clues related to where she could have gone. She was wearing, the last time she was seen, she was wearing a gray hat, white shirt, and gray capri pants with sandals. And she's 4'11", 140 pounds, and we're just trying to retrace her steps to see if we can help, you know, find her and bring her home to her family. Her family went Christmas without her. We believe she is okay. We just need to find her. We don't know if she's at a homeless shelter. We don't know if, you know, somebody has taken her in and is caring for her. But we just, this neighborhood does not.
Let me be honest. I don't think she's okay. I think she's in the preserve. I think something bad happened. I want to be an optimist, but I'm also a realist. She's been gone for 15 days. I do not believe anyone abducted her. I don't believe anyone did foul play. Even her own daughter said no foul play involved. Her daughter said she couldn't be at a homeless shelter. I don't believe she's at a homeless shelter. I think they exhausted all them. I know the police did their due diligence and contacted all these shelters to see. preserve, big preserve right by her house, vast amount of land and waterways.
Dense.
I think she's back there.
Yeah. So, well,
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I have another one.
yeah, I'm going to try. I'm hoping that we're always hopeful. You know, we always have such bad, grim possibilities. And for this one, I'm going to side on the side of hope for a change. And, you know, I really feel, I'm hoping that we, what's getting me, I mean, Jonathan really does have this sixth sense. He does. He has this knowledge of stuff that I've never seen. He's got this navigational beacon that's
Like something. It looks like an animal got stuck there and it died.
oh wow, that's kind of creepy. Does look like an armadillo skin though. Let's hope. That would be a pretty big snake if that was snake skin. That would freak me out.
It looked like it was dry.
I know, but that would freak me out. We're gonna say it's an armadillo shell.
Maybe it was an armadillo that got killed by a snake.
Oh, we're gonna say it's an armadillo shell. If I see a snake that big, I'm freaking out, guys. You know, I got a lot of balls, but you know, a 6-inch diameter snake is probably those balls would go away really quick, especially if I see it coming after me. Whoo, doggy. But, you know, you guys heard different perspective. Jonathan believes that she may have injured herself and succumbed to those injuries because of how long it's been. And, you know, the days do affect the recovery process, whether you're going to be recovering.
Taking a lot of medications. She could have took too many medications, became delusional, and then just passed out somewhere by taking so many medications.
Or she could have just had a normal heart attack, been walking and
that too. You know, you don't get out much. Your muscle mass is not good because she hardly ever went out of the house. So finally you go out for a walk half a mile, your bones are already starting to hurt and everything like that. On top of medications, who knows if she ate, you know, what she ate, you know, and the combination of things could have just did something to her and she got delusional and then just passed out somewhere on a trail.
And then it came up disorganized and, you know, not knowing where she was and just, again.
And remember, 75 years old, you know, back 30, 40 years ago, the life expectancy for women and men were in the 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, what do we got? Good.
Just looking for those that are joining, Ruth Cecala, 75-year-old lady, disappeared. She went for a walk in Newport Richey, Florida, which is Pasco County. She's near James E. Gray Preserve. We're just taking a peek in sheds.
I only said that because, like, yeah, it's down.
So we're just trying to see if there's any possibility of her coming down this road to get into preserve somehow. We would like to see how you can get into the preserve from here because we believe that there is a cut through, but we don't know where it is. They said something about a gazebo. Oh, there's the gazebo. So, and they said there's a path and a bridge. There's the bridge right there.
All right, yeah.
So we're going to take the bridge over and see if it's possible to get in the back of this and just try to see if we can retrace Ruth's steps and hopefully find her. Right over there. And although friends and family said they saw her and went to, oh.
And you can't go back there. This side of property. Oh, is there somebody you want to?
Hi, we're looking for Ruth. Yeah, do you know about Ruth?
She's the lady that's in this park that disappeared.
She actually lives a couple houses
Yeah,
down from me.
and so we're just trying. Okay, here.
That way, if I see her. Ask her about getting back here.
Is there a way to? Oh, it's the same person. This was her driver's license photo, and this was right after she beat cancer. They said she looks more like this now.
She got dementia.
No, actually, she just came out of the house after she's only left her house like 5 times. She wanted to go to the park. And so we were trying to see if there was a way to get to the park from the mobile home. She just lives over here.
She lives on Lagoon.
Lagoon.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
she might be your neighbor. She lives like a couple houses up
Yeah.
from you.
How long has she been missing?
Since December 15th.
She went for a walk, was last seen going through yards, and then up on Louisiana and Pinecrest right up there. Corner, and she just vanished.
Yeah.
So we're
We
figuring,
will look.
figuring she might have went into the preserve.
Yeah, and a neighbor said that there was a gazebo out here and a little like a thing that went over into the preserve. So we were just back here. We just thought it was like a community thing, and then we're like, oh well, there's no bridge over to the
we're
preserve.
fine. I mean,
Is there any way to get to the preserve from here, like a trail or anything?
You know, we've lived here 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So you guys probably moved in right about the time she
Up from
disappeared.
Indiana.
Yeah.
And I think we were actually in Indiana at that time.
Right.
Yeah,
And
it's
for
15.
about a week or so.
They just moved here.
Just moved here.
The light comes on up here.
We just have a light.
Yeah, we were asking people to have the security cameras or something, that might have picked something up, but you guys just
No,
moved
we
here.
just
So.
got here, yeah.
Well, the good news is we don't believe foul play was involved. We believe she just wandered off, but it's still sad to say the least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know there's a lot of, we've noticed a lot of animals out here. I even seen a big turkey out here the other day and raccoon and,
So a lot of wildlife.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I appreciate your help. Thank you so much. God bless you.
We're gonna see if we can get through here.
Thank you. So we got permission from the neighbors. If we can make it through to the preserve, we can. But I just should have to be bound and determined. Got a little trail here that people use to. Got our machete out. I'm gonna get through here. That's what we need. We need to put the machete out. Somebody remind me to put a couple machetes on our wish list. Come on, Jonathan. Don't be scared.
Go ahead. Trail. All right.
Ladies first, Jonathan says.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to make sure that we scare all the snakes and wildlife. No go? Can we cross over it or no?
We can.
It looks pretty thick back there
I
though.
mean, the fact that there's trash back here shows that the people back here.
Yeah, well, the fact that we saw a clear-cut trail shows that people were back here. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't see her coming through this way. I don't see her coming through this way.
It's like really thick.
It's really thick. Yeah, let's.
Oh, it's way too thick.
All right, we're gonna have to go back
There's no
around.
way.
There's no way.
She wouldn't have went that way.
Yeah, if there was a trail, I think. We'll go by our house again.
Yeah.
How about?
So for those that are just joining us, we're on the search for Ruth Cecala, and grab that. It's got stickers all over. Oh, I know. Be careful. It's got stickers all over it. Thorns are not our friends out here in the wilderness, and they're everywhere. You get stickers all over you. You get, and you got to sit there and pull them off because they don't wash off. The stickers do not wash off. So you don't want to ruin your clothes. You got to pull them off before you
Pull them away or pull them off.
pull them off. And they're all over me. They are all over me. It's the same stickers I deal with every. Oh. Yeah, let me get these stickers off me so I can function. I'll probably have more to take off when I shower. Careful. So we got a sign that says private property, no fishing. Most of the neighbors have been very nice to us. Of course, we're not fishing. So we found a trail. We're going to go down this trail and see if we can So it looks like they have some kind of pumping thing that's going on. This looks like a place that she would cross through. This is open, more open. And it's very near her home. You know, this is a woman that had been cooped up in her house for about 2 years. She's only been outside her house maybe 5 times over the last 12 months. She was suffering of depression from the isolation due to COVID. At least that's what her daughter said. I'm not making those up. Those are her daughter's own words, that she felt isolated due to the COVID environment, which kept her in the house. Her mom didn't believe in the vaccination and just chose not to be around people versus getting vaccinated, which is her choice to do. But it did cause a deep depression because she was staying home all the time and she was fighting that. She had just recently, there's some swamp area. There's some water area. This is actually kind of pretty. I mean, somebody wanted to get out of their house and didn't want to travel too far. This would probably be a perfect trail to be on, just to get out of the house and clear your head. Yeah, we were looking for white shirt, gray pants. She may have lost the hat by now, but at least we can look for the clothing. So this is it. This is the end.
Is it possible to see the current?
Yeah.
That the current would take her somewhere?
140 pounds if the current was moving fast, yeah. Especially, you know, not at first. Like she would have succumbed to her injuries, but then sounds a little graphic, but then once, you know, the body started swelling and stuff like that, she would float to the top and could be carried away, just like a raft. So yeah, it's possible.
Go back.
It's possible. Again, folks, we haven't really found anything. Her daughter did say they did go back in the preserve and they found a whole homeless type camp back there with children and everything back there. We did not find that yet. We have not found that. But we are out here trying to bring an end. For those, I see you guys are all in here. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. I'm not paying attention to them because we are out here. It's so sunny and bright that it's making it difficult to see the screen, you know, especially with the smudges, you know, from your face. You know, I wear makeup and it's all over the phone and I'm scared if I touch the phone here, I can see stuff now. Let me see what I can, while they're hanging back just a little bit, let me see if I can catch up on here. Yeah, we are under Mama Duke's. Yes, we are under. When she first disappeared on December 15th, law enforcement was out here in force. They did bring out the helicopters. They brought out the dogs. You know, they did some searching. Apparently, that has not happened since. You know, I'm pretty sure after they exhausted their area, and you know, with our understanding of law enforcement, they may search the immediate area, but they don't. 99.9% of the time, they don't do an immediate thorough search unless they believe that she may have went further. With the search dogs leading them to the road and them losing the scent is indicative of possibly her getting into a vehicle, and they may not have really searched this area well. We believe that, you know, she could have possibly went back in the preserve and got lost and had some kind of heart attack, you know, delusional episode with medication, maybe over medication, passed out, and may have succumbed to her injuries. And the reason why she hasn't been heard or seen from in 15 days, we do not believe foul play is involved in this case whatsoever. You know, we don't feel it personally. The family doesn't feel it. But for those that are looking or want to look into this, it's Ruth Cecala, 75-year-old lady. Again, you know, she beat cancer and then she went into a major depression. So it was just really sad to hear the story. We were happy that her daughter brought us in and told us a little bit about her and a little bit about the situation, you know, answered a lot of questions. And again, that's what we expect when we come out and deal with families. When you start having people calling cops on you for helping or looking and stuff like that, that's very indicative of them being involved in a crime. And as you know, that recently just happened where Molly was on, Marissa was on, looking in a shed on the Wells property. And instead of them being out there helping us look for their daughter, they want to call the law enforcement. Actually, we called law enforcement, but they wanted to file a complaint against her. They could not do that. They didn't have the adequate proof, nor did they have the adequate statement. You know, they have to tell her not to come back on the property. Then a trespassing warning has to be provided by law enforcement. None of that was done. So they were advised that they can go after her on a private prosecution. We hear that that's what they're initiating. But again, it comes down to the optics of you're more concerned about somebody looking in a dilapidated shed on your property for your missing 5-year-old daughter. Oh, and there's the house right there. There's her house. So it was that close to where we were just at. We're over there in the preserve. We're still looking. We were already back there in the preserve. So we didn't find a whole lot. I went back into the actual wooded area, and we were just walking along the line here to see if there was any way to get into. Hi. Oh, it's nice to meet you. We're so sorry to hear, you know, everything that's going on, but we're out here, you know, talking to neighbors and going out into the preserve to try to help find her. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
See her physically.
Who was the last person to see Mom?
Oh, physically?
Oh, well, didn't some neighbors say they saw her behind here?
Neighbor next from 2 neighbors up. She was in the back. She was here. She was in the back. And she walked up behind the module.
Uh-huh.
But she made it right.
Yeah, she made a right. Yeah, Tom is right next to her here.
Okay, so it's the person next to them.
Not the person next to the person after that, like 2 stories up.
Okay.
She said she was in her back lanai or something,
Mm-hmm.
and she seen her walking. See, when I seen her, she had a white sweatshirt on.
White sweat shirt. Shirt.
T-shirt. Yeah. But the lady said she had a green one on.
Oh.
Green.
I didn't see her because I fell asleep when she was talking. I fell asleep.
Did you know your daughter told us that a driver's license was here and has since disappeared? Oh, you did find it. Okay.
Found it, so that debunks that theory.
Okay.
Was Ruth married?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her friend. Yeah. That's her husband. That's their daughter.
I thought when you said father.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the 25th is her anniversary of January.
Does she have any friends that she's very close with,
No.
or anybody that would have picked her up?
My sister-in-law moved back to Jersey, and she had a friend up the end, but she just moved back to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Jersey accent.
About 2 months ago.
You have the Jersey accent.
They're from
Yeah.
Philly.
I'm from Philadelphia.
Uh,
You get the same accent. How long do you guys live in this house here?
3
Yeah.
years.
3 years.
4 years.
4 years.
3.
Four this year. Yeah, this summer is the 4th year.
Okay. Okay. 4 years.
Okay.
Now, if she were to go out and walk, and would it be possible that maybe she would have flagged down a neighbor and had them take her somewhere else outside of this area?
She's the type of person. Well, she was in deep depression, so she didn't go nowhere for like 2 years here between that. And
Yeah.
thing. But I should have known something was wrong because that day she got up, she took a shower, and usually after she takes a shower, she says she's tired, she's going to lay down. So, okay. Well, that day she got up, she was frisky, like she's 75, but she was going on 40.
Gotcha. She was ready to go out.
And so all of a sudden she said, I'm going to take a walk up the park where my son used to fish and hang out.
What park?
What park?
I'm assuming it was this one here.
Which one is it?
The one up here, yeah. I'm assuming it was that one.
Is there another park further down this way?
But it's in this mobile home park here? Or is it-
Is it the one that's on the side of the road?
Go straight down
Make a
there.
left.
Okay.
In the damn street.
Right.
Right there, it's on the left-hand side, right past the school.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's where she was from. Then she said, if I feel good, I'm going to walk downtown, go in the all the stores. Everybody can tell her how
Richie.
nice they are. And I said, okay, well, hey, going back, don't worry about it. When I'm ready to come back, I'll find somebody with a phone, borrow a phone. If that's the type of person she was,
Right.
when she wasn't in depression.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. Well, I woke up 1 o'clock. I called her, but she wasn't in. I seen her hat was missing on the table. So all right, she went to the thing. So let me go take a ride downtown. Maybe I'll catch her going in and out of stores.
Right.
I rode around for about a half hour, 45 minutes. It's the thing nothing up. So I came back home, checked to make sure she didn't call. About 3 o'clock, I did the same thing. Hopped in the car, around nothing. So I come back and I waited till around 4 o'clock. I didn't know something's wrong. Starting to get dark and she ain't called yet. So I went and I rode around again. Got home, I guess, about 6 o'clock. That's when I called the police and told them everything was going on. They came.
Gotcha. Has she ever disappeared for this many days before?
No,
No.
Does she have a cell phone?
no, we don't have it.
No cell phone?
No, we're all fast. Everything we do.
Right.
Do you have a like a regular landline?
Yeah, we don't have it. That's the first time in, well, second time in 62 years that we ain't spent Christmas Eve, Christmas, looks like New Year's Eve and New Year's.
Yeah. We're very sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're hoping we're gonna find
sorry.
her. We're going to
sorry.
find her.
I'm sorry. We're trying. We're trying.
We'll try to find her.
We're doing.
We're gonna find it.
When did she go the last time? Did she go missing before one?
Once my brother John went missing.
Yeah,
in
just
Fort
for 2
Lauderdale,
days.
Oh,
and I took her with her, and then she decided not to come home, and then she came home the next day. back
Oh,
to
okay. So
Montana.
that's nothing like this at all.
Not
Okay.
like this.
All right. Well, we're gonna go down.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna go back into the preserve. We're gonna go pick that park up. Maybe up the road going up, the next road going up to 79. So we're looking at wooded areas. We're looking at fenced in.
Yeah. I mean,
areas.
we're covered
following
in.
the process of
We've already
elimination.
been through all
Yeah,
the.
Stay
we already been
positive.
through.
Keep
Stay
the faith.
positive.
Yeah. Stay
keep everything-
positive. We're out
you
there.
guys exchange numbers, so we'll keep in contact. This is Andy. She'll text.
And we're sorry for everything. I know it's got to be very hard for you. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us. I really do appreciate that. But we're definitely looking and we're asking people questions. Okay. And you're just a company that goes around finding people? No, we're independent people, and like I said, we travel around the country, and this we help victims of domestic violence. We help victims of missing people, and this just happened to be in our own backyard. So we decided to come out here and. Yeah.
Last night, so we're like, we have to go back. So I was out here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like a couple days after, maybe the 17th, 18th, and I was in the preserve looking. So it was raining that day and everything like that. And then, my assumption was, hey, she was found safe. I saw her and just like, wow.
If you want to see what we do, you can go on. I'm Fort Betty on YouTube. Okay. So if you want to check it out and see what we're doing. Yeah. Yeah, keep the faith. We are looking. Thank you.
Stay strong.
So we just had an opportunity to speak with a daughter as we were coming back through here to see, off that trail, just to see how close it was to the house. It was very close. Obviously her husband's very upset about this. We again don't believe there's foul play of any kind here. I mean, he is utterly distraught. He does not have the means. He's feeble. He's hard of hearing. He's in pain. He's in pain, folks. He's missing his wife. They haven't been away from each other for Christmas. We're now going on New Year's. In 62 years. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps saying that. 62 years. This is it's pulling at my heartstrings. It's, I know some people did some super stickers and chats. I'm sorry I can't see them. The light is too bright on my phone. I can just see some colors on there. I can't see print or anything like that. I hope you guys were able to hear the interview. Let's see if I can put this up. Okay. Yeah, we appreciate all the support. Thank you. I can't read. I'm hitting buttons and I can't even read what I'm hitting. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for your love and support. New member. Thank you. Try to get this. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the love and support. Yeah. So she didn't really have a lot of friends here. She stayed home. She was reclusive. And then this particular day, she was feeling good. She was, like he said, she was going from 75-year-old to a 40-year-old, and she was gonna be back when she gets back. And that's what she said to him. But typically that just meant she was going downtown to go shopping and she'd be back later that evening. Not that she would disappear for 15 days. And she has been gone for a really long time. And it's getting to the point where it's so concerning that we thought she would have been found by now. And Jonathan happened to run across a post that she still had not been found, reached out to me and reached out to Caribbean Kool-Aid. And we got a search party going on here. And we're in the process of trying to find any information leading to her coming home. This is Ruth Cecala. And just a devastating story. We're hoping that we'll have a good ending, but you know, you just never know. You just never know. We're trying to stay optimistic, but
Well, he said
the more information we get, the more grim this is starting to look. So we don't know. That's what I try to tell people. This is emotional work. You know, you go through highs and lows. You go through hoping that they're going to be okay, to coming to the reality that maybe it might not be okay. You know, it burns the internal candle out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's sad work. It's sad and tough work. And let's see if we can see what else you guys are saying here. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. This is, yeah, we're going to start, we'll probably go check out some homeless shelters in the area and just let it be known, you know, they can't really give us information. I mean, they could if they wanted to, but some of them
has an excellent point. We keep hearing the theory that, you know, she was wearing a white top, but as you know, her husband said that the neighbor said they saw a green top.
Yeah.
Was it the wrong person?
Oh.
You know,
mistaken identity.
And was she seen in person, or was it on a ring cam or some type of security camera wearing that color? 'Cause colors look different on camera.
Yeah, that is true. And not only that, but you're in a 55 plus community here. I'm sure there are a few women from a distance, you know, and people with their vision. I mean, was the person wearing their glasses? I mean, you got to look at all those things. It's not being disrespectful. It's being, you know, realistic. What we're looking at. What did the neighbors actually see her leave and go this direction? We're hoping that that's the case, you know, but is it? And I can tell you from my experience with Pasco Sheriff's Department, they are very thorough. They are.
This is a Newport Richey.
Oh, so this would be. Oh, Pasco. So this is Newport Richey Police area. So maybe we need to start requesting county sheriff be involved in this case. That would probably be a step in the right direction. So now we're back. Right now, we are right back where she disappeared, where this dog scent ended. We're right where the dog scent ended. Oh. So, how's my, wow, I'm down to 44%, guys. I'm going to have to probably cut off here soon. We're going to make it back to the car. If I can make it back to the car, I'll get my battery pack and recharge and get the battery pack on here so I don't have to go down.
Why don't you go off for now, and then we'll go. No, I'm saying you can log off now and save your battery and charge it. Let's this way.
Well, I got 44%. I'm still going to go. I'm going to still stay live. No, not on my phone. My phone dies easy. Yeah, we're going to go a different direction. I'm going to keep you guys going, but at some point I may have to log off. I'm just going to forewarn you. You guys can stay with me until, yeah, we've been talking about, you guys been hearing us go through here for Ruth Cecala, but just to let you know, I'm seeing some stuff. So we're going to have a special guest tonight. As many of you know, I interviewed Donald Wells, related to Summer Wells, on Marissa, aka Molly Go Lightly's channel yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it the day before? The Don Wells. I'm losing my days.
Don Wells, what?
2 days ago. So anyways, oh yeah. And yesterday we worked very hard to try. It was not yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. And yesterday we worked very hard to try to get a hold of Dudley John. This is a person that Don Wells is constantly saying had something to do with his daughter's disappearance, despite him being cleared. And so he did it again a couple days ago while he was on live with me, and I was giving him a laundry list of questions. And so we reached out to Dudley's wife and asked her if she or he would be willing to talk about what Don Wells said. Well, last night at 9 o'clock, Dudley ended up calling me on my private cell phone number and stating that he would like to come clean. He wants to, he didn't have anything to do with this disappearance of Summer Wells, but he wants to have a tell-all exclusive with me, telling his side of the story and his relationship and interactions with Donald Wells, with Candace Wells, and obviously with Summer Wells. So that's going to be coming on later tonight. I want you guys to stay tuned. Molly Golightly is going to be paneling with me. I've already got a list of questions that I'm going to be asking Dudley. We do not believe personally Dudley had anything to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells. Even when Don Wells was telling us about the story about why he thought Dudley was involved with his daughter's disappearance, it seemed like it was almost a bone to pick with the guy versus him actually thinking that the guy had anything to do with her disappearance. So we want to give the floor to Dudley so he can clear his name, which we believe he should be able to, especially, with those kinds of claims. Ruth?
You heard about her?
Yes.
Yeah. So she was last seen up the corner there in Louisiana Pinecrest. We're just looking around.
Yeah, we're just seeing what we can do to help.
You ever seen her before?
Oh, yeah, many times.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Where have you seen her?
Oh, okay.
She went dancing.
Gotcha. Huh?
No, where is the clubhouse?
It's right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And go into the office room and put that up.
Okay.
Yeah, we see many of them around.
Yeah.
As when you say you've seen her, have you ever seen Ruth walk in these neighborhoods?
No.
She doesn't come out of her house.
Yeah.
She came out that day,
I know,
according
but-
to, because we were just
Yeah.
talking to her husband.
Yeah.
And
They
they're
said that
so
she did, someone did see her walk down Pinecrest, but
walk down this way.
yes.
Okay, yeah, that's why we're trying to retrace this.
Yeah.
Did you ever mention any friends that she may have gone out with?
I know she missed Jersey.
Yeah, because she's from Jersey.
Yeah.
Is there a friend that she had that moved back to New Jersey a couple weeks ago that
Let me ask you, if you guys were walking down one of these roads and you saw somebody and they waved their hand and said, hey, can you give me a ride? Most people would probably pick you up and take you where you need to go. Would you agree with that statement? Okay. So it's possible that she did actually get a ride from somebody in and around the neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Over. Oops. Up, my flyer is going. My flyer just flew out of my hand and is blowing up on somebody's. This poor thing's been through.
The Jersey friend. that you said.
It was her cousin, her sister, it was a family member. It wasn't a friend.
No, there was two. There
Oh,
was
then I
one
missed that.
Did you record it?
Yeah, I think I recorded it, but it was on live, so I'm not going to be able to go back until this live is over.
About 2 weeks ago, the neighbor up the street moved back to New Jersey, and she missed the call.
Well, Lynn, you would think that somebody would come forward, but as you know, and we report, this is not, I mean, some people in here know that she's missing, and some people haven't heard a stick of it. If it's not for Jonathan on these Facebook pages, these are older people that some of these people may be on Facebook, some of these people may not be on Facebook. They're not hearing this news. That's what my problem is with mainstream media, is that they don't report all the news. They'll give it a 2-second clip and that's it. And If people haven't seen it on that 2-second clip, they don't know about it. So if somebody did pick her up and they never even knew that she never came back home, they wouldn't know to come to law enforcement to tell them that, hey, I picked her up and took her so-and-so. So I think what we need to do is have a social media, pressure campaign on mainstream media to bring news about this. So I may try to reach out to WFLA and Bay News 9 and see if we can get some more airtime for her case and maybe bring some leads forward, because she's been gone an awful long time now. I mean, this is kind of at critical time length. I mean, it's been over 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys. She hasn't been heard from by her family. And this is a woman that has spent 62 years on Christmas Day with her family. 62 years. That's a tough tradition to break now, of all times. You know what I'm saying? So we're just out here just trying to figure out, see who might have information. And it's hot out here. I mean, it's cooler than normal, but when you're walking and you got that sun hitting the back of your neck, it's hot. Like, I can't even see my screen. It's so bright out here. So if some of you guys on my web sleuths in here, if you guys want to start digging up some stuff on Ruth.
Pull up her page on Facebook and see when was the last time that she posted.
If somebody can pull up her Ruth, her name's Ruth, R-U-T-H. Her last name is C-E-C-A-L-A. She does have a Facebook page, but she doesn't monitor it very much. And check to see if she has more than one, and see if there are any, when her last posts were on Facebook. I need to, if you guys can do that. I can't do that out here while I'm on live. There's still that house that had those crows on it. That just gave me.
That was around the corner on the way back.
Yeah. But see, I saw the crows on a house near Colin Knapp's when Kathleen Moore was dead. So. Sure, the last name is spelled C-E. So Charles, Edward, Charles, Apple, Larry, Apple. C-E-C-A-L-A. I can't even see if I got this lined up right. It's so bright out here. Let me see if I can go over here in the shade real quick. There it is. There it is. Oh, they're saying there's a lot of Ruth Cecalas. Okay, so they said that the one that she happened to see had the same picture as the one on the flyer.
Actually, both of those pictures were posted.
So we can find, hold on. Yep. We just need to find out when her last posts were. Her daughter doesn't believe she posts on Facebook very much, but did say that she does have a Facebook page. So I'm glad I got the oil change today and stopped for breakfast. Hoping that I just need to put some fuel injection cleaner. I think I did some damage to the car driving back with those two bad valves or ignition coils. I don't know. Let's see. So here's.
Yeah, definitely.
Clubhouse would be interesting.
Well, they said it's been a really long time, but but we've got to, let's talk about the depression. What would cause depression? What would cause depression amongst a lady in her 75? Obviously the isolation. Her daughter blamed it on the isolation. Yeah, actually, she was in better health. She had just recovered and had full remission of cancer. Full remission of cancer, and then the depression hit. So
Depression doesn't necessarily have to be a certain thing that's happening in your life. It could be something within your own hormones and things, right? Because it could be.
And we have to throw all possibilities. Yeah. But we also have to think of a couple other things, you know, throwing all possible.
You did say she started taking medication, a new medication.
A new medication for her depression, and it apparently had her, you know, up and down a lot.
I mean, she's 4'11", 140. She can only go so far.
And she didn't take her medication with her.
They like to go shopping, right?
Shopping, gambling, stuff that keeps them high.
Walk, yes. Maybe meet with a friend and go shopping.
But my thing is, and this is just throwing it out there, not that this is just a possibility. I don't want anybody being offended by this. You know, you gotta throw all these things out there and discuss them. But you know, she did go dancing a lot. Her husband didn't seem like he was the dancing kind of guy. You know, could she have met somebody and was seeing him? You know, and then the 2 years of being locked away in COVID make her really depressed because she couldn't see her friend. And
we're gonna have to text them with those questions.
yeah, we're gonna have to text them with those questions and see if we can find some more information out about that. Because the daughter's now leaving to head to the thank you. Please. Yeah.
She's a resident of the community.
She's been missing since December 15th.
You know what? We're snowbirds. We didn't get here until a couple weeks ago.
Gotcha.
I heard of that.
Yeah.
No sign of her.
No sign of her as of right now. It's been
December 15th. So
the police last night put out another bulletin saying.
So I know somebody in here in the chat was just asking if somebody had picked her up, you know, why wouldn't they have, you know, already reached out to law enforcement? We're meeting people that didn't even know her, didn't even know because they're snowbirds here. So it could have been a person that may, you know, there's Airbnbs, I'm sure, around here, just like in any other community. It might have been a person that saw her and you know, took her where she needed to go and has left the area. I mean, there's a number of possibilities as to why, if somebody had picked her up and took her to another location, has not come forward to law enforcement. And again, we don't feel anything nefarious is going on. We don't feel like somebody abducted her or you know, napped her or anything like that. We just feel that she went somewhere and she didn't have her ID. They did find her driver's license, so she can't get up on a bus. She can't get on a plane. She, you know, her where she's limited in where she can go other than somebody picking her up and taking her or her walking. But again, like Jonathan said, you know, this is 15 days.
What, noon when she left? It was the middle of the day. It was hot. Somebody look up what the temperature was like.
I can tell you the December, no, not necessarily. It's a lot cooler. I mean, right now it's 70 something. It's not too bad. And then we're in the, yeah.
75. That's kind of hard. I would think.
No, they said that she's not the normal 75-year-old. When she goes, she goes. Yep. But we were asking, would she climb fences? And she told us she's not your normal 75-year-old. So it is possible that she probably could. So, I mean, yeah. So we're just out here trying to do our part. Yeah, it's very long. It's very long. I can finally start seeing some of these chats. Criminal record, not sure what that is. There is a silver alert out on her, but it's just not being publicized, and it's just irritating. You know, you got a 75-year-old woman that has a family that's missing her, grieving, and you can't even get mainstream media to, you know, run a few publications on their broadcast. I mean, it just, you know what it all has to do with? Money and ratings. Money and ratings for mainstream media. Money and ratings. That to me is just garbage. She should be every broadcast right now. She's a 75-year-old missing woman that has been missing for many days, many days. And for this now to be running at 5 o'clock every night for at least 2 seconds, give her 2 seconds of mainstream media time to bring attention to this missing woman. It's just, it shows you where the priorities of mainstream media lie, you know? You got people out here, you know, walking the streets. You know, I'm sure her husband would be able to, you know, if he was able to, he would be out here with us. He is not doing well. He's not in good condition. He could not handle this. You know, it's hard for him to even stand up in the front of his house. We're even asking the mailman right now. I don't know if you guys can see that.
You know, everyone's life matters.
Yeah.
Everyone's life matters, you know. Ruth's life matters. 75
How
years old.
do you feel?
Get the same attention anyone else should get when they're gone missing.
Right. And how does it make you feel when you find out, like, mainstream media has barely said a word about this case other than a few seconds probably on December 15th. How does it make you feel? I mean, like me personally, I feel at this point, with her being gone this many days, they should be running this at 5 and 6 o'clock every evening for 2 seconds. Public awareness, flyers, bulletins,
All over social, plastered all over social media. You don't see much about Ruth.
Yeah.
You don't see much about Ruth's name over social media. You know, her life mattered. You spoke. We were just over there 20 minutes ago. You spoke to the husband. Husband gave you a hug.
Yeah.
He was crying.
He was crying. He was upset.
The husband was crying. He wants answers. That's his wife.
And
That's
it's
wife.
6.
And
He said. He
so
said
much
2
because he's old
times.
too. He only can do so much.
2 times in 62 years they've been apart for Christmas.
It's sad. He was sad. He was.
You felt it.
Shaking. He was shaking. He was crying. I mean, his daughter came over and gave him a hug. Gave you a hug.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing our part. That's all we can say. We can do our part. Bring awareness. You got 500 something people following you right now online. Just share and distribute. Share flyers of her. Just share all over the place. Ruth, get other people activated.
Yeah. So guys, start sharing this all over social media. Share this post. Share this live so people can start working with us again. You know, we all have our part in this case, and right now your part is sharing this, getting the message out there. Let's bring awareness to Ruth Cecala, and you know, let's help find some answers that lead to where she's at. You know, again, as you guys watched me go through this journey today, you know, I'm very hopeful and believe that we're gonna bring her back alive. And then you have to, you know, when you start looking at the facts, and the facts that has not been gone this long before, and she's been gone all these days, and she just basically vanished off this earth. While we don't believe foul play is involved, you know, it's hard to think that a 75-year-old lady can survive for 2 weeks out here without money, without her driver's license, without, you know, and if you don't have money, how are you getting food? How you know, she was going to go to the shops. How was she planning on paying for the stuff at the shops? So a lot of unanswered questions here. We're working really hard just to find some nugget of information that will help in this case. But you know, we're not having luck out here. We're not having luck. We're not seeing her in the preserve. I went back there. You guys walk with me. That preserve is vast. That small little area was not a just search.
Yeah, right there.
You want to go over there while we're here, or do you want? Yeah, let's go over there.
Dig in our energy. Let's do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go over to the clubhouse and check that out. See if anybody might have some information over there.
The trailer park here, the mobile home park, whatever you want to call it, has like a.
Let me see what you guys are saying. I can't even read what you guys are saying here.
So he did say she
Last seen on 12:15 going north. Yep.
So if she was
Yeah, keep feeding the information in this chat, folks. I can't do it. I can barely see the chat. I wish they made, you know what they need to do? They need to come out with these phones that don't have shiny screens. You know how you have TVs that have almost that matte finish so it doesn't have the glare? They need to have phones that don't have glare so we can see what's going on. I see a super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you. What does it say? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, we're just trying to do our part. And like I said, it's a beautiful community.
I can't see her like just disappearing from around here.
We just don't know. I mean, with that, the dog scent, I mean, let's think about this. We got enough people in here to brainstorm. So we have the dog scent stopped right here. And as you can see, you got cars that come across here. I'm just wondering, did a good Samaritan, should she wave somebody down and say, hey, do you mind giving me a ride to so-and-so? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, Lord. New member, thank you. Did she come here? Did she, did she flag somebody down and say, hey, can you give me a ride to a park? Can you give me a ride downtown? Can you give me a ride out of town? I mean, the dog scent disappeared. It dissipated. They couldn't find it after she made it to the main road out of the trailer park. What does that mean? Sometimes that means nothing. Sometimes it's all about the dog training. We learn that through Voice for the Voiceless, that deals with, cadaver dogs, deals with scent specific dogs. She teaches us a lot, in her experience. So, and dogs make mistakes too. It's all about their training. But I mean, her community is beautiful. If she just wanted to get away and just get out, I mean, it's really a spectacular view. I mean, she could have gone anywhere just to get out of the house and got some fresh air. But again, you don't know where she's at. It's almost like she just vaporized. Can't find her. I wish I could turn this camera around on this live, but it just doesn't let me to. It won't. There's no option to.
Oh, you're on Streamline.
Yeah, there's no option to turn the camera. All right, we're going to go into the, it's locked. So we're at the clubhouse, and unfortunately the clubhouse is locked, but we did see somebody coming around on the side. So maybe there's a side door that's open here. Looks like there might be a side door open. We're going to go into a different way. Oh, thank you. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Thank you for your love and support. Face masks are required. Okay.
Hi, how are you? Happy holidays. Just about Ruth, right? Anything going on? Any leads or anything? We're just out there trying.
Yeah, we're.
No, last we heard when Pop came in, beginning of the week, they still haven't found her.
Yeah, they put out a bulletin last night, said they still haven't found. So we were just talking to her husband and her daughter.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to retrace her steps. We're trying to figure out, did she go to the preserve? Did she go to the park here? Did she wander in one of these canals?
Well, see, somebody said they seen her headed that way.
That way. Down what road?
Down the main Pine Crest.
Yeah. We actually talked to someone else too on the way there that said, hey, she was walking down Pine Crest.
Yeah. And I don't know, I know some of the residents got together and walked along the creek and stuff that goes around the property by.
Yeah.
Now, whether they went through the creek.
Over into the
I don't
woods.
know.
There is a woods behind that creek, right?
Now, see, I don't know if the residents went walk back there, but I know the day that she went or was reported missing, we had blood arrows and everything else.
Did they get a scent?
I don't know if they did or not.
Gotcha. So if we walked, is there any path from, like, say, Pine Crest? Do you know if there's any trail or any path over that creek that, you know, residents around here may take to get back there?
I've only been here since July, and I don't know.
Gotcha. No worries. We're just out here just trying to see if we can, you know, hopefully find. Yeah. Yeah, please, that'd be great. I'll be right back. Let me just step out here. I'll be right back in. So we are up at the clubhouse right now. The gal here has only been working here since July, so she doesn't know all the ins and outs of this community yet. You know, little pockets that, you know, the community people can cross through paths or anything like that. So we are trying to get some information. We're trying to see and retrace Ruth's steps. Excuse me. You guys know about her missing?
Yeah.
Can you guys tell me, like, we're talking to people and they said that she went down to Pine Crest. How long have you guys been here?
I've been with this community 7 years, but in June I went to a different property. I'm just filling in for the manager who's on vacation.
Gotcha.
But
Were you here at the time that
No, the other manager she told me about it actually, because like I said, I was here 7 years. I know like everybody. And then a detective came in and left his information.
Okay. Is there, like, down Pine Crest, there's that wooded area, you know, there's that little canal and stuff. Is there any place to cross over there that might be a path that maybe some of the locals here have made?
Not that I know.
Not that you know of. Okay. Because she didn't know because she's new.
Yeah.
So you being here 7 years, I thought maybe you'd be able to, I mean, we don't mind going through the canal, to be honest with you. We want to try to retrace as much of her steps as possible.
I'm pretty sure once you get past the creek, I think some of it's walled off because there is like a apartment community.
Okay.
Or condos, something like that over there.
Okay. What other place around here would somebody want to walk to and visit?
Was she on Lagoon or Paradise?
She lived off a lagoon.
Okay. So there is so if you go all the way down Lagoon, and go towards the right next to that first home,
yeah,
there is a pathway.
We were there.
That's like
the only other
secret
kind
of like place we have.
Okay.
There's all these woods back here.
So you guys got a lot of woods around here. Yeah, we went through there.
That waterway goes into the preserve.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we're here for. We're going to be you're going to see us poking around. If you're around here, you're going to see us walking. We're just walking and just talking to people and trying to find some information. So again, we're looking, we have confirmed there's probably no pathway through there. I was just about to tell you that the gal here was newer and was unable to tell us whether there was a path. I happened just to come out. A gal here that used to work here, been here 7 years, was able to confirm that we did not have a secret path over that canal.
This is the clubhouse. See, they're very nice people in the clubhouse here. They printed out numerous flyers for us of Ruth, you know, so they're cooperative. They say, you know, more than welcome to go around the community here. This is like a mobile home park and share, distribute flyers and try to help. So they're trying to help. They're trying to help themselves.
We can tell, doing this work, we can tell the people just by the way they act, just by their body language. Like I say, you know, the whole thing with Candace being more concerned about Marissa than her own daughter missing is a telltale sign that they have something to do with it. You know, people keep saying, oh, but they're innocent until proven guilty. No, people tell us stuff without saying one word to us. And you have to understand that when you do this kind of work, You learn proper conduct of people, how people act when they're truly concerned, and how people act when they are being deceptive. And that's what the world that doesn't do this doesn't understand. Many of you that watch this every day know that. And that's why there's so many conspiracy theorists out there, because nobody believes a damn word that anybody says anymore, because people just lie. People lie, deceive. They always try to get one over on you. But let's look at like Dawn and Candace's behavior, right? Let's think about it. Who in the world, who in their right mind? Let's talk about this. Hold on. 550 people in this chat right now. Who would, if they had their 5-year-old child missing for 6 months, would be so concerned about going onto Facebook, posting pictures and tagging it as in Mexico or in Bahamas, playing these games? Who in the right mind does that? Who? Raise your hand. Well, I guess you can't raise your hand. Let's do this. If you would be more concerned about throwing people off your case, and say, make them think that you were in Mexico, press 1. If you think that is absolutely ludicrous, press 2. Let's do that. Let me see the 2s light up this whole entire chat right now, because I think it's insanity that they have a 5-year-old girl missing for 6 months, and they want to play games on Facebook and pranks. Who does that? Who does that? Exactly. Space cat. Love it. Just doesn't make sense. That's how you know when people are being deceptive, right? So those people that want to sympathize with the Wells, who in their right mind plays these games? You put all that child BS aside for your child, and you go out and do everything you can. And I told everybody this, and this is what irritated me with the dirty laundry parents. I could kill 100 people. It doesn't mean my mom loves me any less. She'd be very disappointed in me. She'd be ashamed of me. But she still is my mom. She still would love me. And if she really did not know where I was, there is not a law enforcement agency in this world that would keep her from going out and looking for me, even as a murderer. And so we knew by the actions of the dirty laundries that they knew where he was. People didn't understand how we knew that and why we were being so mean to them. And why are we being so mean to because we deal with it. You just saw the family of this missing 75-year-old woman come out and talk to us. We've been on their property. They didn't know us from Adam. Been on their property twice, and they've been helpful to us both times. Not one time did they tell us to get off their property. Not one time did they say, if you don't leave, we're calling law enforcement. Not one time. They would have sat out there and talked to us for a stinking hour about Ruth, because they miss her, they love her, and they are truly, truly concerned about her health and well-being. That is the difference. That is the difference. It's starting to get really hot out here, guys, I got to tell you. And none of us have water. None of us have any kind of stuff, so we're probably going to have to, I am going to have to get some water here in a little bit. But where am I on? Yeah, I'd like some water. Thank you. Usually I bring water, but I wasn't prepared today. I don't know why. I don't mind drinking after you. You don't mind drinking after me. Uh-oh, you're gonna have to get the top off for me. Can't walk and chew gum.
Just stand and pour it in your mouth.
Yeah. I got my lips. I can't do it.
It's all good. Don't worry. Do what you can. That was nothing.
That's good.
You sure?
I just needed to wet my whistle. My mouth is getting a little dry. Maybe I have my Bullhorn Betty one of those. Yeah. And I know I need to buy one.
They keep the water super clean.
Because now I'm not going to buy anything unless it's branded Bullhorn Betty.
If you want some more,
so for all of those out there that would love to support our team and Bullhorn Betty, please go to our shop and purchase something. You're supporting a great cause and you're getting something in return. So, oh, and Hush Puppy, if you're still on here, you need to send me an email at bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I wanted to make sure you got a little something from me for your wonderful donation. And we appreciate everything that you have done for us. And I just want to show you a little bit of appreciation. So if you could send me an email so I can communicate with you, I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, it's getting hot. There's just no way. Yeah, it's got the canal. And it's got not conducive. None of this is conducive for somebody that, unless they were intentionally going out to harm themselves. And we can't rule that out. We can't rule the fact that she just sounds like she was ready. She knew where she was going.
Yeah. Well, I'm not no expert, but usually people that are going to go in their lives don't really care about
The way they look.
the way they look.
Right.
Craigslist.
You know, she was manic. If she was manic depressant and wasn't in her right mind when she was on the medication, she may have reached out to somebody.
Right. And people that notice others are weak may
Yeah.
have.
But you know, her daughter, I mean, if you look at this, her daughter says she looks like that right there when she is all dressed up. She looks beautiful. She's a looker. She's a looker.
Go down to Pinecrest and cross over down there. People are saying that it's all walking. You go where you're.
Yeah, I think we should. But we just did that.
You can go across into the woods.
But we looked at it. There's no way she would have went. I mean, like I said, she'd had to have been ready to end it if she was going in there. We did. Oh.
Let's go down here to Pinecrest.
Yeah, we're going to take the walk down to Pinecrest.
Yeah. Let's go where she was last.
Yeah.
Evaluate. They did say they came down along and searched.
Yeah, but they didn't go, oh, and there's the apartment complexes and the houses they were talking about. Yeah, and then she'd have to go through people's yards. I mean, I just don't see this. Here, hold on. Can you hold on? Sorry, I gotta clean my glasses. Say hi.
Hello. Justice for Ruth Cecala. Justice for Ruth. We're out here. Been out here now for a few hours. 2 hours, over 2 hours here searching for Ruth. Trying to make a difference. Trying to bring justice to her family, closure to her family, or answers for her family. Either or. There you go.
Sorry, I had to clean my glasses. I don't know how I got the smudge on them. But like, look at that. So we have a fence here. So bless you. I think you got a sinus infection. I really do. I'm starting to think you have a sinus infection. I've never heard you sneeze this many times. You've sneezed all day. I think whatever allergy you might have had might have got some ducks. So, I mean, this would be a little easier if it wasn't, I'm sure that this would have been a little less wet, you know, possibly.
Doesn't even look like it's deep.
No, it doesn't look like it's deep at all. It looks like if it would dried up, somebody could have definitely crossed over there, but.
There's a fence right there.
Yeah, there's a fence, so it just doesn't.
But not down by Pinecrest.
Yeah.
Pinecrest is
All the way at the last road. Almost there, a few more blocks.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to where we were just at. We're gonna try to make it across into those woods since
Eyewitnesses are saying that they've seen her.
walk
down that road
this
that
far
way.
down.
So she's actually in reality walking away from the preserve.
Yeah,
She's walking.
but we have to figure out why. Why this is going to be what breaks.
Hello, just passing through.
Sorry,
Have you seen Ruth?
No.
Okay.
All right,
Ruth is missing. She's from the community. You hear about her? Yeah, she's still missing. We're trying to find her. We're trying to locate her.
for some information, something. Like how do you find somebody that has no friends, no places that they frequent, you know, that have been in their house for 2 years, and one day get a wild hair up their butt and decide to get dressed and venture out and never come back home. This is perplexing. It truly is perplexing. It's an odd case, guys. It's an odd case. So what did we find out through social media, folks? I haven't been paying attention. The sun's been in my eyes. It's been getting back into the eyes. Did we find anything on social media? I sent her a Facebook message. Okay, good.
We need to find out who her friend is that moved back to New Jersey that lives a couple houses down away from her.
And we have to corroborate with the neighbor.
Well, also, has she been in communication? Maybe look through her profile and see if anybody's tried to reach out to her. Or
This is it. This is
Yeah.
fine.
this is Pinecrest right here.
So did she call?
I don't see any cameras. I don't see any cameras.
No, there is a way where
But this is pretty steep for a 75-year-old woman to try to get down. And what in the world would she be? It's so wooded. We're going to let you go through there and just see if, yeah, but if there's no trail and there's no way. I don't know. This just doesn't look like something. Like I said, the only
way to walk through here is going through the water.
did she walk down that water?
The question is, well, why don't we drive to the other side? Because if she walked down this, it was a cut through to the road over there.
I don't think there is another side.
Yeah, I can see a house way over there at the end of the fence.
That's what I'm saying. The only way.
And you see power lines going,
right down here.
yeah.
I'm gonna go that way. Let's see.
So we are.
Careful. That's a lot of water. Are you sure you want to track through that? I think there's a better way, because if she went this way for a reason.
There is a better way, except
I see a road down there.
Well, it does, but it's on that side though. This doesn't go all the way up to Main Street in Newport Richey.
Main Street, does it take you to downtown?
Yeah, but it's far. She's not going through there.
Maybe she knows the shortcuts. Maybe she was trying to cut her if she was
Somebody 75 that hardly comes out.
But we got to remember what her daughter said. She's not a normal 75-year-old whenever she's when she's in her up mood. And even her husband said she was sick. Yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. I don't see this being a possible trail for her. I just don't. Does she know anybody on Pinecrest? Yeah. We're hitting dead ends, folks. We're hitting dead ends. Dead ends. Where am I on battery? All right, I'm at 19%. I'm at 19%, folks. Yeah, they checked all the hospitals. I think we might want to yeah.
How reliable is the neighbors?
Well,
Saying that they saw her go this way.
well, again, you got it. Okay, so let's talk about the neighbors. We're talking about older people with vision problems, people with hearing problems. Not only that, but I got to think her body type is like many other people in here's body type, at least several of them. You know what I'm saying? So could they have mistaken her for somebody else that was walking?
Very possible.
It's like any other person. I mean, if you're not, are you okay, hon? She made it.
That's tough.
And it's tough. It's tough job out here. Tough job out here. So, but you know, I'm sure that they're answering the questions to the best of their ability, but you know, these older people are older, you know, could they have mistaken her? Could they have thought it was one day and it be another day? I mean, this is the real possibility that we're dealing with folks around here. I'm not saying that everybody around here has cognitive issues, blind issues, hearing issues, but you know, there is a real possibility that some of the witnesses do. So we have to take all of that into consideration and factor that into the information that we're receiving. I'm going to try to keep you guys on as long as possible. I'm going to let it completely die out, and I'm going to keep my stream open so we can pop back in here. Yeah. Oh. Oh, wow.
Oh, God. Right out.
So there's quicksand back there to boot.
Yeah, that's why my shoes are covered.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you so much. So this gentleman had been back there where we were just at, where Caribbean Kool-Aid was just at. And he said that he went back there and he started sinking.
How much battery do you have left?
I'm at 17%.
Yeah, you might want to cut off at 5, because if you cut off your stream, it's totally gone.
No, it won't go. It stays active until I come back to it.
Okay.
So unless I end the broadcast, it'll stay open and active. So I'll just power. If I go down, guys, just stick with me. I will get to a battery pack and get us back up and running again. I've got a full heavy duty battery pack that will last me several days. I just forgot to grab it. I should have had my backpack on. I forgot to grab my backpack. I got out of the vehicle. I had water. I was expecting to be close to the vehicle. I wasn't expecting to be like several miles away from where we parked, which we happen to be. So we're going to keep looking for her. I want to thank you all that have been here, that have watched this. This is what we do. This is the kind of work we put into these cases. And this is just, this is just the tip of the iceberg of the kind of investigative processes we go through on cases. This is not a murder case. This is not this is a missing person, but we don't feel that there's foul play. So we handle this kind of stuff a little bit differently than we would, a foul play type of scenario where we have to, apply pressure campaigns to the person of interest, to law enforcement, to media, mail campaigns, email campaigns, social media campaigns, plus getting out here and also searching to boot. This one, we were just kind of searching and sleuthing to try to see if we could find any information, and we didn't even get a chance to really do that. That's why we're utilizing you guys as much as possible to find some information in the digital world for her, because we're out here in the streets. But we've talked to many people. We've followed her trail as much as possible. We're just hitting dead ends. Yeah.
They're starting at ground zero and expanding out.
Exactly. Somebody knows something. She is somewhere, if we can't find anybody with any information, that means she's nearby, and she probably, had something medically happen to her and isn't going to be found for a little minute until somebody stumbles across her. I'm pretty sure. I think law enforcement's already reached out to hospitals. Another option would be going downtown, where he said that she was going to go down if she had energy, just a check, because there might be some homeless shelters there. If she did, she hasn't been on her medication for a while.
Usually these homeless shelters have emails you can reach the person.
Okay.
I'll start sending flyers out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just have
And actually, if anybody on here is listening,
especially with her talking about the daughter. What was the daughter? Her daughter, Stacy, saying that she's in constant contact with detectives of Newport Richey Police Department. So there's dialogue, there's communication between the police and her family. So I'm sure they covered the basics by contacting shelters and homeless centers, soup kitchen areas, you know, homeless encampments around here, and did their due diligence and check them.
So we're going to make our way back to the vehicles. There's one other house, and I'm hoping I have enough. I think I have enough batteries so we can go and knock this door. This is the house that I saw the crows on top of the, it's around the corner. I saw the crows on top of the house. And the only reason that it's bringing it to my attention is because we haven't seen crows anywhere around here, first and foremost. And we did not see turkey buzzards with Kathleen before, but we did see those black crows. And so when I saw those black crows, it just kind of, it's like almost PTSD, you know, it brings back those memories and makes me want to at least check the area. Let's see what we got here. Last scene, yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we all hope she's eating. You know, the one good thing that her daughter did say is that she could sell ice to an Eskimo. Even without money, she would be able to defend and take care of herself. That's what her daughter had proclaimed to us earlier today. And we're just, again, just doing our part to bring awareness. At least, if nothing more, the neighborhood now knows she's missing. Many people did not realize. They had heard in passing she was missing, but had thought she had already been found. They were a little surprised to find out that she is still missing. She is still a missing person. Her husband is very distraught over this. He has not spent but one Christmas without her in 62 years. He visibly started shaking and crying when we were talking to him. So, no, I'll know it when I see it. It was, yeah, it's that one right there. They had the crows on it. And I don't know if it's even, it does look like it. That's why it was a little weird when I saw those crows on there. It just gave me the EBGBs, which people always hear me say. Yeah, but you can never tell. I mean, this is. So this,
this house is abandoned.
This is the house. This is the house right here that I saw. Yeah, let's just go back. It might be, but. Oh. I don't know what the smell is. I do too. Well, it's a small area here. I don't see anything. I don't know. But it's like bed foam, bed stuff. Oh, that could be a good place where the smell's coming from right there.
Yeah.
So,
Animals.
yeah.
Looks like maybe they kept hens, maybe?
Yeah, they kept something back there. Something stunk. So we don't see anything back here that would give us reason to believe she's back here. But yeah, I already looked at that. It looks like it's just bedding stuff. Been there a long time, definitely a lot longer than 15 days. So I'm not too concerned with that. Okay. This. Yeah, it looks like somebody might live here, but like I said, I was just wanting to poke around because this is the place that we had the crows, and crows. I mean, there was something that stunk back there, but nothing by any means of a human. It was more of animal. Stinky house. Horse shape. Or horse shape. People aren't really. So I'm gonna go back there. People complain about us being in their yard. Just have to deal with it. Wow, this is overgrown as fuck. I don't think she's.
There's a trampoline back there.
Yeah.
On it.
But no lumps or anything back here, right?
No.
Okay. All right, let's get back before we okay.
Hold on, let me look in there's a pool or something.
All right. We're good?
Back doors open to the house.
Back doors open to the house? Let's go on the front.
Hello, is anybody there? Hello?
Let me go talk to Jonathan. I don't want to go into somebody's house. Yeah, we need to. Well, it's definitely overgrown. But there is the back door is wide open. And I don't know if I feel comfortable going in there.
Interesting thing is they put a missing flyer right there
Yeah.
on the pole.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't go inside.
I wouldn't go inside either. So.
Click make note of 6813. Make note.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, sir. Hello.
Hi. Yeah. Is this house abandoned? It's not. Sorry.
Now, earlier what we saw was a rack of
Crows on top of there.
You know, so we're like thinking we're going around all like everywhere trying to.
Okay.
What have you been hearing? Like, what have you heard? Like, I've been talking. My wife's been sick for October 14th. I had that surgery 2 days ago. I just came out. I needed a break.
Yeah. Gotcha.
There's not a break. I should be there right now, but really haven't heard anything. Just like when we get to go out, just go for a ride when she wants to get out, you know, for some fresh air.
Yeah.
We take the golf cart around. So I know every house in this neighborhood. Anything. Do you think she could be somewhere in someone's backyard? No, Barney sits out in his backyard all the time. I have a fresh. I have a dog that. Yeah, so I mean, it will pick up anything. We're thinking the preserve. Somebody said they caught a whiff of her with the police dog out here somewhere, maybe. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're hearing around here too. Maybe on Louisiana and Pinecrest right there, but maybe it was over here. Oh, well, see, I thought that's where she was from.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, she's from. Oh, she's from
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives on Lagoon, which is 1 block away from Pinecrest in the mobile home park. Right here. So my friends actually used to own that one. Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, they printed out all flyers for us at the clubhouse. Yeah, they're nice people. Yeah, they were nice. Everybody's been on high alert. I'm surprised. I mean, it's just we're just wondering, like, can she walk into abandoned backyards or something?
You know, is she delusional? We don't think any foul play happened, you know.
Back in here, but yeah, usually my dog, he's not out. I mean, there's nothing. And my mother-in-law, this used to be my aunt's house. Yeah. This was the grandmother's. Then there's still another.
So you've been here for a long time.
Yeah, I actually own another house right around the corner here. I was like, oh man, are they trying to buy the house? Like, I get phone calls every day with someone. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, they do that in Florida. No. Yeah, well, I've got one of them. They're sitting on a.
Yeah.
I only paid 30 grand for it. So where would you suggest looking? Like, where would is there the park? And I've been meaning to go, but I haven't checked it out. There's an actual there's a park back here. I'm sure you've been to the park. Yeah, the great. Everything dead ends. There's a fence that runs out.
Yes, we saw that.
So
mean, my mom's got Alzheimer's, and I've been through this, and it'd be the least of anything to push back. Like, they're smart enough to veer off and least resistance.
So it's a path of least resistance. They were not going into, wooded area. They know.
Well, unless you start straggling off.
Gotcha.
I mean, it goes. I don't know what her condition is. I mean, in fact,
Medications possibly, because we talked to her husband
and her daughter.
We talked to him today. Maybe the medications that she took maybe made her.
When you say the park, are you referring to the preserve or the other park that's down?
No, it's our park. Well, it's G&G Preserve.
Yeah, that's where we were just at.
Just past that, there's you know where the entrance is?
Yeah.
Then there's a river. Then it cuts back in there. Then you're looking at 10 acres back along that river. And immediately back there.
And there's trails.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, that's the only place that I would actually think of. And then on the other side of the road is 10 acre. There's a 10 acre flat.
Mm-hmm.
However, on the outsides of it, there's houses.
Yeah.
And then you got to cross the flat road.
My thing is walk in the preserve, walk down the trails, look at the water or something.
Yeah.
And if the water's real easy, let's go to it. I mean,
we're on the hunt.
We're on the hunt.
It's easy
Thank
to
you for your
do.
time.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
we just have not. I'm just taking a break.
Well, thank you. Thank you for talking to us.
Another
So,
walk.
yeah, these people around here, super, super nice, super cooperative.
Now he did say ascent was this way.
Yeah, he did confirm that there was a scent this way. We've been getting mixed information, but he's been around here for a long time. Sounds like he's a lifelong resident. Sounds like his family has lived this block for many, many years. So he knows, just a super nice guy. Those are the kind of people we like to talk to. So folks, I'm just keeping you guys up to date. I'm down to 9%. So we're going to try to keep live until I can get back to my battery pack. If I go down, keep chatting in the chat box until I get back up. Internet has been intermittent on this area, but over in the preserve, it seems like I have good internet service. So just bear with me. We are making our way back to the preserve. And as soon as I get back there, I will be plugging up so we can continue our live coverage of this case. How's everybody doing so far?
Anybody need water? I got water still.
I've got some water in the car. I just need to get to the car. I need to get to my battery pack to the car. I'm thankful that my phone lasted this long. My battery in this phone dies. It dies crazy. It's a new phone, and I don't understand why it has to die so quickly. So it just pulls, no matter what I put on here, it just pulls a lot of.
Said, I don't think she wandered into. Look at all these neighbors.
Yeah.
Every other neighbor has a fence.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, why would you just go? I can understand leaving her trailer and going out in the back, or and walking through those backyards there, because we did. We walked through.
Mm-hmm.
But going through these, I don't think it's much. I think it's much harder.
Yeah.
If we don't find anything in the preserve, our next step should definitely be looking into the neighbors that saw her and trying to find out who the neighbor that moved away.
Yes.
Moved away 2 weeks ago to New Jersey. We need to find out who that person is.
Like, did she just hitch a ride with somebody?
Yeah, did she just say, "Hey, I'm coming with you"?
Well, you might, but then she would have reached out to her family up in New Jersey.
Well, maybe they're old fashioned and don't have internet, or don't use.
Don't realize that she's gone. When we get back to the car, maybe I'll call Stacy and tell her she needs to start reaching out. Well, she's going back to New Jersey, so as soon as
she is, right?
Yeah, she's leaving today to go back to New Jersey. So hopefully we'll get some answers. Her daughter feels like she's healthy and alive. It's the amount of days that concern us. It's just the amount of days that she's been gone and nobody knows where she is. I'm going to go grab my battery pack and some water. Okay. So they're going to go do some more investigation. I'm just going to go back to the car so I can get the power pack. I'm down to 7%. And like I said, I feel very safe and very comfortable walking in this neighborhood alone. I don't feel like there's any threat. Of course, there could be a threat in any neighborhood, right? Even the nicest neighborhoods in America have had some pretty bad apples in them. But for the most part, everybody that we've met out here has been super nice. They have all been willing to help and assist and give us any information that we've asked of them. This is what we call cooperation. This is what we expect when we're trying to help find somebody. It's the resistance that has telling features to it. It's the resistance. It's the people wanting to call law enforcement, people appearing they have something to hide. It's that resistance that causes me much concern, like we've experienced with Don Wells and Candace Wells, what we experienced with the dirty laundry parents, what we experienced with Colin Knapp. These are all indicative of people that have something to hide. The daughter and the husband of Ruth Cecala were open, they spoke. They just wanted anybody that could help find her to bring her home. They never told us to get off their property. They never told us they were calling law enforcement because they didn't know us. You didn't get that. We came up there, we had our flyers in our hands. We told them we're here to search. And we have literally been pounding the pavement out here for hours, for literally hours. And hi. Let me ask you something. We have a missing 75-year-old woman. Okay, did you ever see her walk this way?
No, I looked at my cameras for hours. She never came this way. The dogs went over here to the Greek's house. They went in the house. They put a canoe in the lake.
But you actually have cameras, and you could have seen if she walked down this road.
They said look between like 1 and 3, and we went from 11 to 5. She never walked down this road.
That's good to know. That helps us. That helps us. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, we're out here. I actually got a crew. I'm out of batteries, so I've got to go back and get my battery pack and some water. And we're just trying to retrace her steps, and we keep thinking she may have walked to this preserve and had a.
I don't know. She came from Harborview.
She came from a lagoon and Pinecrest. But this is the only route that they can take to Gary.
Well, she might have went down Duncan. If she came from that way, she could have went down Duncan.
So Duncan takes you to this preserve as well?
Yes. Duncan goes behind here and then goes this way.
That is good to know. So Duncan. All right, I'm going to go get my car and pick up my crew, and we're going to have to go that way. It's been over 15 days. So we need to find her, and we're just trying to retrace her. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's a great help. Thank you so much. So
way.
Okay.
My way back to the center of the park. again.
Okay. Go down to Duncan. Internet's kind of to adjust this. We are on. Sorry, we're going to be hit and miss.